I'm just recording the horse's progress. I do get some funny looks here. And whoa. And whoa. And whoa. I want to be able to let the reins go, and he just stands because I've asked him to. And walking on, good boy. Now I'll come up here and have a little trot. Good boy. Yeah. So they come round the corner and there's all these spooky things, so it's very good to take them in these narrow areas. You know, we've got quite a steep hill down here, and he's really going to have to put his own brakes on. I am steadying him with my left hand into the neck, and now he's decided to walk, so that's fine. Yeah, so being able to stop at junctions is it's hugely important, you know. You have to be able to wait for the traffic, and they have to have that patience. Boy, I can hear a car. And walking on. Good boy. It's not perfect, but it's hugely better than it was. Now Higgins has the most amazing paces, and it is a sort of little dream and a goal of mine to take him in some low-level dressage classes, because I know that we're going to have such a great time. He's got this lovely swinging trot. All his, you know, he's totally and absolutely sound, and he's got a canter. We have cantered him, but we're not doing any more of that lately. It's just check what we've got, and it's as I thought. It's a beautiful, wonderful canter, naturally, but he's not. I don't want to do more of that yet, because there's more to do in the walk and the trot. And what happens is, if you leave the canter till the right time, you becomes an awful lot quicker and is an awful lot nicer than if you do it when you're still, the trot's not fully established and the trust isn't fully there. Boy, I've only started cantering with Jupiter now. You see how that man got his bin and he's dragging it back. Now that's very frightening for most horses. They shoot off down here, but see, Higgins doesn't mind, so he's come a long way. You know that things like that no longer worry him. We're silly little things like a flower, you know, but that's horses, isn't it? It is having that understanding that, you know, it's often the little things that are the trigger rather than the big things. Right, and trotting on. Higgins is definitely an athlete, but he doesn't know it yet. But, you know, we're going to help him. Oh, it's a person. Oh, look at the head. This is what I mean. He says, what is that? It's a person. Yeah. But, doesn't trolley off too far now. But yeah, I don't get drawn up in his dramas. I just try and support him. So yes, with Jupiter, I've only really been thinking about the canter. I'll just sit here. I knew he might do that. I suppose there was a lady's bottom sticking out from the boot. But however, he doesn't go 200 yards up the road like he used to, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm just really starting to really seriously work the canter now with Jupiter, who had, I have to say, he doesn't naturally have Higgins' ability in canter. Hello. There's something sticking down here. That's a bit of tape. He doesn't have Higgins' ability in canter. But now is the time, because there's much more trust between us and the trot is fairly established. We can really start thinking about the canter. Might just sit here. I don't expect him to do anything. He doesn't mind electrical things. He's got a lovely sitting trot. But yeah, he's a big horse to see here, and I'm just asking him to stand for a minute. I'm walking on. I'll just walk a little circle here. He's pulling his head in, and I've really got my leg on and asking him to stretch forward, not get faster, but stretch forward rather than bring the head in. And it happens on this part of the circle because the muscles aren't developed equally. So you do find that with parts of the circle are really nice, and then the other part is less so. So now I just change the rein again. I just lead him round softly. He is curving his head in, but that's a remnant of previous riding. You know, he needs to stretch the head forward and learn to go forward. The walk needs to be more purposeful, but I don't want to frighten him, so we just eventually he'll come out of this curling his head under, which we don't notice on the straight lines so much, but as soon as we come to the curve, there it is, it appears. So he wants to just fall out on that bit, so I just bring him round with the outside, the left rein, and then bring him round here. So yeah, he just needs to stretch the whole of him forward, and like he would do in a straight line. And whoa, there. Now I can let him go. So he's still curling his head in, even though I've got no reins at all. It's a good boy. And of course, as soon as I shift in the saddle the slightest, he just thinks it unbalances him, and he thinks he needs to walk off. That the horses are like that, so they've stopped, and then the minute you move like this or something, off they go again, walk on. So if you want them to stand absolutely still, you have to make sure that you're sitting absolutely still and absolutely straight. Otherwise, you'll encourage them to walk off.